Check this out.
Hold it to run.
That move feels so familiar.
I think they used it in that one series, Super Bash Sisters.
You mean Super Smash Brothers?
I don't think it was that.
It's definitely that.
Today on Shooting Up, Kid Icarus Uprising review. Gameplay! Hello guys, today I'm reviewing Kid Icarus Uprising. I'm going to start off with the first thing I noticed, which is controls. When I'm flying around in the sky shooting things down, I really enjoy the controls for the game. It's smooth. Most of the time it's smooth. It's when I hit the ground I have a few problems. There are some times when you need to platform, and it's very difficult to do that when you have to use your stylus to move the camera around and hold the DS at the same time. It's been a while since I've played a game with such poor controls like that. It wasn't a game breaker for me though. I still completed the game, but the learning curve was long and it took me a few hours to actually get used to just playing the game. The battle system is done well for the most part. The controls in the air are great, like I said before. On the ground, the battle system is okay too. It's just mostly the moving around on the ground for the controls that really bother me. It's gonna pull the score down, I think, for me. Gameplay's getting a 4 out of 10. Graphics! Man, is this game pretty. It is by far the best looking 3DS game I've seen. This game is on par, if not better, than some of the video games I've played. The game does have a problem though. When the 3D is on, I'm absolutely blown away by how great the game looks. The second you start playing the game though, the 3D becomes a nuisance. There's a table for this issue that they include in the box, but I'm never home to use it, and I'm usually out, you know, using my portable system. So I end up turning the 3D off for the whole game, pretty much. Still, the graphics are great without the 3D on. The whole art style as a whole is great with Nintendo bringing back their cartoony, zany art styles. Graphics is getting a 9 out of 10. Audio! And moving on to the voice acting. It's like watching a Saturday morning cartoon for me. The dialogue is right on. I really had a good time. I even chuckled and laughed at the game, which I never do at any games usually. Here's some examples of clips that are funny from the game.
I suppose it makes sense they feel at home underground.
It'd be like living in a basement.
Remember, Pit, you won't be fighting alone out there.
You're going to send me a machine gun robot girlfriend?
You know, it's unfortunate. Or unpropitious.
Are you still speaking English right now?
I'm sorry, Pit. I didn't mean to confuse you. Let me make this easier for you. Big monsters kill Pit! Grr!
Ah, that makes perfect sense. Thank you. Guess I can't just run past all the enemies. Darn you, balanced gameplay. Wind bellows! Here, boy! Old Pit's gonna teach you even more new tricks. And if you're good, I'll take you for a walk. And give you a bat. And a treat. We're gonna rack up some serious Nintendo trainer points together.
Focus, Pit.
The voice actors did a really good job getting across the humor and the suspense when they needed to be. And let's see, the music and sound effects for me were right on too. The music for the game is on par with any full-fledged game for a console. It's really great to have the experience of the audio like that. It brings the atmosphere to the game, I think. It really sucked me in to the game, and it really helped with the whole experience. I think for how well the audio was, I'm going to have to give it a 9 out of 10. Story! Kid Icarus is back after a 25 years absence with Lady God Palantina. Medusa's back to wage havoc on the people of the planet. It's our job to kick some demon butt and send them all back to the underworld where the creatures came from. Right off the bat, you're thrown into battle. The story kicks right off. I really believe this is like a full-scale game for Nintendo. It felt like a console experience on a handheld. And it's really one of the few games that pulled me in with the characters in the story that just really felt for them. It was like comparing it to when I played Kingdom Hearts for the first time. I really felt for those characters. There's immense boss battles at the end of every chapter, all the 25 chapters in the game. And I feel like the story was great. I was really happy by it. I really enjoyed the story in this game. It was one of the good stories I've played on the 3DS, so I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Replayability! This game will make you want to come back and back again for all the weapon unlocks in the game. There are mounds of them. They all act different. They're mainly staffs, bows and arrows, not to mention gloves, flying orbs, and shields. With a plethora of content and unlockables in the main game, many hours will be spent trying to get them. Also in the multiplayer game, which I spent quite a few hours on, I had a lot of fun. There's a lot of competition out there. A lot of people are very aggressive. I wouldn't say it was too far off from a console experience of playing online. It's all free, and when you play that, you gain experience, and you can get different weapons and stuff if you do well, which I also really enjoyed, and it brought me back there for, you know, to help me with my campaign. For replayability for this game, I think I'm gonna I'll be generous. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. I think for final thoughts here, I'm just gonna say Nintendo has definitely hit a home run with gamers with this game. I'm a little disappointed with the fact that there wasn't an option for a second control, like a dual analog controller or something like they're gonna have with Kingdom Hearts 3DS. I want a console version of this game. Put it out in the Wii U. I will buy it day one. I'm all about it. I recommend this game for any gamer that's not afraid for challenges and loves online shooters. And I will say this about the end of the game: it is worth buying a 3DS just to see how crazy Nintendo went with the end of this, the boss battles and stuff. It was absolutely insane, and I loved every second of it. So I'd say overall this is a buy. Definitely buy this game. 7.5 out of 10. And if you don't like that, here's a furry.
I like supersonic.
Please visit basementkings.com.
Power pieces, huh? Cool! Looks like all that Dr. Mario's about to pay off.